Well, for more insight into the massacre and Kenya's security problems, I'm joined now by Nii Akuetteh. He specializes in African affairs and has spent more than 3 decades working to assist in Africa's development. Welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sorry to have you here on such bad terms, but let's talk about what has happened. Our reporter there, Kofa Marinje, on the scene, has been reporting for the last couple of days on disturbing details that he says that some of these al-Shabaab members are able to get through security checkpoints with bribes. How big of a problem is corruption there? And with more threats, do you think that al-Shabaab will be successful in carrying them out?
I think on the corruption part, unfortunately, there is a public perception. In fact, a reputable international organization does public perceptions of corruption, and it's fairly high in Kenya. So it is believable. In terms of will they be able to carry out more, I think they will. There is this saying which has become almost a cliche. They have to be right 1% of the time, whereas the defenders of society and installations have to be right 100% of the time. On the other hand, it's in the package. I was watching the package in the green room, and the president of Kenya was, there's pressure on him, and he's vowing that he's going to do a better job. President Obama is going. He has called the Kenyans and given them his condolences and said, this is not going to change my plans. So I expect, in fact, the U.S. to offer more help to the Kenyans. So the Kenyans will ramp up their defenses. But I cannot say that the terrorists will still not succeed at some things.
Mr. Kenyatta said that, the president, he said that these Islamic terrorists are embedded in the communities. How widespread is that problem?
I think it is, because part of it is the ethnic makeup of that area of Kenya. There are Kenyan citizens of Somali descent, of ethnicity, and of course there are Somalis in Somalia too, and the members, practically all the members of al-Shabaab are ethnic Somalis, so it's difficult to tell them apart. Also, the biggest refugee camp in the world is a Somali refugee camp in that area of Kenya. So it is hard to tell people apart. The other complication is that the Kenyan security forces are often accused of abusing Kenyan citizens who happen to be of Somali descent.
They say they're doing this in retaliation for what's going on in Somalia. What do they exactly want? To establish an Islamic caliphate? Yes,
they had tried that, but Somalia has such a traumatic history, unfortunately, with U.S. involvement. Ethiopia invaded with the encouragement of the U.S. under George Bush, and that actually helped to create al-Shabaab. Right now, though, what they are asking for is that they want Kenya to withdraw its troops from among AMISOM, the African troops there. Now, I think that if Kenyans do that, it's not going to stop. Then they will force others to. And before the AMISOM was there, they were still carrying out atrocities. So I hope that the Kenyans will stiffen their backbone, and because if al-Shabaab wants to talk, they can talk. But so long as they are attacking students and killing young women, and Christians, and then, of course, in Somalia, they do kill Muslims. So they are indiscriminate. So I don't think their demands should be given into personally.
All righty. Nii Akuetteh, we really appreciate your time and your insight, and certainly our hearts and thoughts go out to the people who are suffering at this time.
Thank you so much.